Hey, what's going on, huh? Well, I'm doing my podcast on this Sunday, June 21st. Is that what it is? June 21st, yes, 2020. How is everyone doing, huh? On this Father's Day night, huh? Father's Day night, is that what you say it? Is that how you say it? I just took it easy today. I was supposed to talk to my dad because my sister was trying to call me, I guess. And we were trying to call our dad, he's in Islamabad. And so they were having a dinner, I guess, for the Father's Day, whatever they were doing. But I was driving to Hoboken, and I think that's when they called me. And it didn't ring, but I looked at the WhatsApp the call records. Apparently, they tried to call me 3 times, and I'm like, what the fuck? But in any case, so happy Father's Day to everyone out there, all the fathers and all the people who are not fathers, I guess. Um, uh, so yesterday, I did make another TV rec. Now, why? I'm sorry, not TV rec, a computer rec. Now, why? Why did I make another computer rec or stand, sir? Because I think I came up with the most, what do you call, the most, not the most efficient, but I'm not sure if it's the most efficient, but is the most suitable, I say, most suitable for my use in my apartment, right? So I went back to Home Depot yesterday. I got other stuff, and then I did a drawing on the AutoCAD, and then I made that, and let me show it to you guys. As you can see here, you can see that, right? So basically, this slides in, and so that was a fun project I did yesterday, and I'm going to do a video. Actually, I'm going to upload a video on my YouTube channel. So if you all interested, just look out for it. Okay. At some point this week, I'll upload it. It was a fucking pain in the ass to do that, because it took me a while. It took me a while yesterday, and then I was talking to my girlfriend briefly because she had her stuff delivered. She moved to a new apartment, Upper Manhattan, so she had her stuff delivered, I guess by her dad or somebody. And so yeah, yesterday was kind of crazy. Not crazy, but busy. And today I was just doing work for like an hour and a half, and then and that's it. And then I just took it easy. What else is going on? Well, a lot of things are going on. Oh, by the way, so I was, I went to sleep, I think around like, I don't know, 2 o'clock, sometime after 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I woke up 7:30, and then I went back to sleep, and I was having like fucking weird dreams. Like, I was with my like ex-boss from mountains, in my first or second job when we were doing like water projects up in the mountains, and they were basically after me for some fucking reason. So they were coming after me with guns and roses. Well, I mean, they were basically after me. They were saying, "Oh, you need to come back to our company. We need to bring you back," or some shit like that. And I was like fucking weirded out. I'm like, why are these people now after me to go back and work in that company, a non-profit, whatever the hell it was, right? Because I was a good engineer. Well, I mean, there were other good engineers in there too. But with guns, so they were basically like fucking harassing me to go back to their company. So that was a fucking interesting and weird, like fucking, dream, and I'm like, what the fuck? So these guys are like coercing me into like fucking like going back to that company or whatever it was, and then work for them. What the fuck? So that was interesting, and so yeah, I think I had enough sleep, and then I was watching. You know what it is? I'm running out of fucking movies and shows to watch. You know, because I don't usually like fall asleep right away. So I have, obviously my setup in my bedroom to watch movies and shows, right? But I've been watching, the first. Actually, I started second season of whatchamacall, the Stargate, right? Stargate Atlantis. Hold on a second, everyone. This freaking light, I actually put it on the floor. Freaking blinding my fucking freaking blinding my eyes, you know. So in any case, yeah, I mean these fucking people are, they can't make movies, they can't really make shows. And I was actually hearing that they are going to push Oscars. Not that I give a shit. I'm just into movies, so I don't give a shit who gets what kind of like fucking award or whatever the fuck it is, right? Well, I guess if you are into movies, I mean, if you are part of the movies as a star or a producer or a fucking director, right? It's a big thing for you. But as long as they produce good movies, I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is, yes, so basically they're fucking running out of movies and the shows for me to watch. Oh, so yeah, this is what I was telling my girlfriend, right? I think we're meeting tomorrow. Not that I think, but yes, we're planning to meet tomorrow after work. And yeah, so I was joking with her last time when we met that, hey baby, so these fucking people are running out of movies and shows, so they better start moving the shows and moving the shows, not moving the shows, or movies and shows, because I'm getting bored. I'm fucking getting bored. Not that that's what I do all day or all night, but in my free time, I'd like to watch some good show and some good fucking movie, right? Before I pass the fuck out, right? In any case, so this is what happened, right? So I came back after I had my sandwich, right, in Hoboken. I went down to the Hudson River. It was a nice day, and not a lot of people, which is what I like. I like it quiet. I guess because of the fathers there. I like it quiet, by the river. By the river, by the river, by the river, by the river. Whose song is that? Who's that fucking famous uh, band? By the river by the river by the river of Babylon. Am I saying that? Am I singing that fucking right? By the shore of Babylon. Oh my fucking god. Now this fucking song is gonna stuck in my fucking mind. Hold on a second. I know there's a famous band. By the rivers up, by the rivers. By the rivers of Babylon. Who is that group, by the way? Bonnie M. Yeah, Bonnie M. By the rivers of Babylon. Holy shit, that is from 1978. Well, that's when the new music was like at the height of its what do you call it was at the height of its age, right? Is that what it is? age and time and space? Not really. It was the pinnacle of the new age music after, rock and roll and all that, right? I guess that's what it is. Is that what it is? But in any case, what the fuck I was saying, then I jumped to fucking like this Rivers of Babylon. Um, oh yeah, so so I was talking about what the fuck I was talking about. I'm sorry, I forgot. Um, no, I'm sorry. The original topic I wanted to talk about was Oscars. So they pushed Oscars apparently back to, not back to, but they pushed them to April. Instead of Oscars on February 20th or the second last week of like fucking, February, they pushed them to April. To give the, filmmakers, I guess, enough time. So I guess for the first time in history, maybe not for the first time, sir. Don't quote me on that one. They pushed Oscars. Not that not that I give a shit. So yeah, I'm watching that show, and it's great. I mean, it's not as good as like fucking Battlestar Galactica, but it's not bad. It's not bad if you are into those kind of shows. And I watched a bunch of fucking movies too, And I guess I'll talk about that when I get into my cheat sheet, right? I do have some topics in my cheat sheet, everyone. Um, and it has been very quiet today. And Jesus fucking Christ. So this is what happens, right? So I come back from Hoboken, and then, after I had my fucking sandwich by the river, right? Well, that's what I was talking about. By the rivers of Babylon. By the rivers of Hoboken. By the rivers of New York. I can't fucking say that, right? And then I actually did bought like one of those like cups of like yogurt with blueberries, right? Are those fucking blueberries or red berries, right? Whatever they are, right? Blueberries. Because I was having this craving for like fucking like a sweet, I guess because my body is not getting enough sugar because I don't eat any fucking desserts, and I have stopped drinking, so I picked up that yogurt, with the cherry, not the cherry at the bottom, but berries at the bottom. So I had that, and it tasted fucking so good, while I was coming back from Hoboken, driving back. And then I come downstairs, right? Come downstairs. Oh, by the way, so I dropped off my laundry. But in any case, sorry, I'm jumping from one topic to the fucking topic, right? So I come back, and then downstairs, I'm waiting for the elevator, right? Bunch of people are waiting down there. And then this gentleman and this other gentleman at the entrance to the lobby of the elevator, right? And then this guy goes in when the elevator comes down to the first floor, right, to the lobby. And then I go after him, and then he's like, not that I go after him, but I went to basically just, have the fob so I can call the next elevator, right? And then as soon as I go to the elevator button, because usually you have to use the fob to get into the elevator, so you have to use the fob and then push the button to call the elevator. As soon as I'm walking towards that, and this guy is like, "Sorry, you can't walk into the elevator. Sorry, you can't walk in. I'm like, I'm not getting in. Okay, I'm not getting in. I'm calling the next elevator. I'm like, people are so fucking like worked up because of the whole fucking thing with coronavirus. And then also because of the fucking, dude, I don't have any fucking desire to ride the elevator with you, okay? And the people are so fucking like, like, what do you call, like afraid, and while things are opening up and people are trying to basically get back to normal lives, these fucking people are so fucking pussies. Not that anybody in this building have any like fucking coronavirus, right? Except for maybe one case in the beginning, but I have no idea, which I don't think so. But in any case, so I'm like, and then I'm like, fuck this dude. And this guy was so fucking rude. Like, how you can actually say things to somebody, even if I was trying to get in the elevator while he was in there, uh, like if I was in there and somebody's trying to get in, first of all, and that's what I was trying to figure out, you know. So if so, you can't. So no two people can be in the elevator in my building. That's so fucked up. So in any case, so getting back to my point, like this guy was so fucking rude. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, well, first of all, you know, even if I'm even if I'm trying to get into the elevator while he's in, I have the right as much as he does, right? And at least he should have said, sorry, you can't, Well, first of all, he can't say that. I don't think he should have said that because usually we get the emails from the landlord, our management company, if there's anything new or if how to take the elevator. I never knew. I never got any fucking email. Usually, they will post it. You can't, not more than one person, unless it's a family in the same apartment, can take the elevator, right? Not more than one person. Nobody told us, and so we didn't get a fucking memo. And then I went to pick up some dinner. I ordered some like fucking one of those like old school like chicken fingers and some fries from this like American nouveau American what do you call it, restaurant slash bar. And then I came back and then I went to the concierge downstairs and I asked them, by the way, so so if it's so if the elevator is down, comes down, if there are two people waiting, is it that only one person can ride? And the concierge guy was like, he was not giving me like a proper answer because I guess he was trying to be like a lawyer, I guess, you know. So he was like, if it is, he had an accent. If it is like, if it's a family, it's okay. But then I guess, I'm like, well, dude, you're not giving me a proper answer. So it's not fucking clear. It's still not fucking clear whether, if it's just you know, and if somebody else wants to get in the elevator, although you are 6 feet apart and whatever the hell that is, right? And you are not allowed. I mean, I don't think that was the fucking case, but that was fucking rude. And I think I said something like, "Man, that's effing rude" or something like that. But I said that to myself, after the elevator door closed, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" At least people can be not rude. At least if you want to say something like, "Sorry, man," or "Sorry, you know, I just, don't feel comfortable," or something, something nice. So people are already fucking worked up, and then it's just like, dude, what the fuck? In any case, so I'm like, fuck this, and so yeah, then I took it easy, and I had my dinner, and I was listening to some podcasts, and I did some work. And here I am. I'm just doing my podcast. All right. So, oh yeah, I was supposed to go to Long Island. Not that I was supposed to go to, but family friends actually invited me to go to Long Island. But that's so fucking far out there. And on a Sunday night, no. I told them I can't make it. Sorry. have fun, enjoy, you know. I guess they were doing a fucking barbecue or what the hell it was, right? Yeah. It's like an hour fucking drive one way, you know. I'm not gonna fucking do that. So we'll probably do maybe a gathering. I don't know what's coming up. 4th of July, probably at my sister's place. Probably I don't know. I mean, she was telling me maybe they would do something. She would do something at her place because she lives in Long Island City, and it's easier. It's actually not that easier to see, but it's convenient to see the fireworks. Are they going to have any fucking fireworks this 4th of July to begin with? I have no fucking idea. But in any case, I think at some point in time, maybe in July, towards the end of July or towards mid-July or something like that, I'll probably invite a few people over. Oh, by the way, so the other good thing we heard yesterday or day before from my landlord and management company is that so they are opening the pool, the swimming pool, starting tomorrow. So that was nice. So swimming pool is open, but I don't fucking understand. It states, the email states that the swimming pool is only open for residents only. Did I use the word only twice? I guess I did. What the fuck, dude? So if my girlfriend comes over, we can go to the swimming pool together. That's what it is. Well, I guess eventually, maybe in a couple of weeks or a week or two, they will ease the restrictions. I understand this whole fucking corona bullshit, has basically affected or impacted life on this planet on many levels, on actually every fucking level, from work to, just life in general to, meeting people, and then people are worked up, and it's the whole fucking spiel, right? Is that what it is? That's what I wanted to say, sir. In any case, so I was listening to a Opie and Anthony show, these comedians. I listened to them, obviously. And then they had Patrice O'Neill. He's a fucking great comedian. He passed away, I think, a few years ago. And they were talking about these fucking movies, right? And fucking hilarious. But in any case, what else? Huh? What else is going on, everyone? What a quiet fucking Sunday. I love it. Fucking love it. It's quiet. I can't even hear anybody. Not even my fucking, my neighbors. Although I did go to the roof, right? Our rooftop is open. And yeah, it was a fucking amazing, weather today, although it was kind of a little, warm, during daytime. It was not like, when you get into the fucking car, right, then it would fucking feel like you are in a fucking oven. It wasn't like that, but it was warm. It was like fucking in the 80s. Not that I want to sound like a fucking weatherman. But let's check the weather for tomorrow, right? Alexa, weather in Jersey City tomorrow.
Tomorrow in Jersey City, New Jersey, there will be some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 88 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 71 degrees.
Oh, thunderstorms. Okay, so congratulations, everyone. We got fucking thunderstorms tomorrow. Yeah, well, it does. I mean, didn't it say that it was going to rain over the weekend? But I guess probably was overcast, where the hell it was, right? In any case, so yeah, so I got a fucking busy week this week, as usual, and then I'm just gonna take it easy, take it easy, take a lot of deep breaths. Right? And, not be worked up or petty things in life, So this is what I was thinking about, right? So after I was fucking reading something on Quora, Quora, Quora Digest, right? So somebody was asking a question about Eckhart Tolle, that German guy who actually became famous for like, what the fuck he became famous for? I'm just trying to understand, for like embracing the Eastern philosophy, I think. Is that what it is? I have no fucking idea. But one morning he just basically stopped being depressed and all that, right? Well, okay, so his Eckhart Tolle's life, right? Okay, so he's just stopped being depressed all of a sudden one day or one morning, which I understand somehow that, okay, so if you don't have to worry about anything else, right? I'm pretty sure he had a lot of things to worry about, but here's my 2 cents on him, and compare him to me, or me compare myself to him. And if people ask me, hey man, why are you worried about like chicken shit like that, and like this, and like petty things in your life and blah blah blah, right? When they are just thoughts, and you are like a clean slate, and those thoughts come and go. So I had to say this to Eckhart Tolle, right? Okay, sir, you just woke up one morning, right? And then you stop becoming depressed. Because, well, you could stop all those thoughts, right? What were you depressed about? You didn't have any like clients to be worried about. You didn't have any worries about running a business. You didn't have any worries about like fucking paying your rents. You didn't have any fucking worries about like paying your employees. You didn't have any fucking worries about like getting drawings out, getting drafting done, blah blah blah, right? So you just were just like out in a fucking park, people are giving you food or whatever the hell it was, and that was all you had, in terms of your worries, right? Is that like a fucking like, my reductionist view of Eckhart Tolle's philosophy? Well, to an extent it is. To an extent it is, and I'll adhere to my words that if he had all these worries that he had to worry about, just like, for example, I'm comparing myself to him. Like, if I were to say, oh, fuck these thoughts, these are just fucking thoughts, I don't have to fucking worry about anything. I'll just, uh, dust off, get up and just move on, right? I don't have to fucking worry about any of the rents and any of these fucking, like, bills and all that, right? Or whatever the fuck it is, right? I don't think he had any of those. He was just fucking sleeping on a bench in the park. He didn't have any other worries, right? Except for being homeless. So that's my point. So, people say, oh, your worries are, just like, fuck that. Worries are worries, sir. Okay, those are real worries, and people like us have to worry about. Okay, it's not like they are just thoughts. They just come and go like fucking, whatever the fuck it is, right? On a clean slate that your mind is. I don't think so. I don't fucking believe in those. We are human beings. We are, prone to worries. We are prone to everything else that comes with like life, right? But in any case, without like ranting about, the shit that Eckhart Tolle, talks about, or his philosophical, whatever the hell that is, right? Not that I'm really comparing myself to him in a sense. I mean, he is he has his own philosophy. I don't have to like fucking, really like be like Eckhart Tolle and one day or one morning just wake up and say, oh, you know what? I'm just going to dust off, and then I don't have any fucking worries. I'm not saying that he does not say things which are relevant to many people's lives, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, la 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 la. But in any case, so let's just change the subject, right? Enough of Eckhart Tolle and his philosophy. So that's my 2 cents on that one. And And so what it is? Oh, what it is? What is it? So I was actually looking up, again, my stay for my upcoming vacation trip in Colorado, right? Which is end of August. And so I was looking at some hotels and places to stay, on Booking.com and all those other fucking websites, right? And I was also looking up on Airbnb. So Fort Collins is one area where I want to stay, but then I have like 7 days. So first of all, the whole fucking travel thing is still up in the air. Hopefully by that time, or even by mid-July, I think things will be clearer, and we'll see, right? By mid-July, things will be clearer as to travel and all that. I have to talk to Expedia and let's see what the fuck they say, right? But in any case, so I still have to book a place to stay. So I think I'm gonna do that probably by the end of this month. I'll have to do that because then I have only fucking 2 months left. And then I'll have to also plan my days. I usually go like hiking and driving up in, those fucking scenic driveways and byways, right? But I think I'm going to actually probably take I-70 this time. Go west, maybe just go up Copper Mountains or maybe, Silverthorne and Vale and, all those great areas. And I'll just, have a reminisce of like 2016 when I was there for the first time, I guess. Good memories for the most part, good memories, right? I'll probably just go up on hiking. Let's see. I mean, it's only 2 months, but it's still 2 months and change. So I still have time to plan that vacation. But I do want a vacation, and hopefully that happens, with travel and all that, right? So yeah. So once I book my hotel or Airbnb, I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to book a hotel room and, a nice hotel room, comfortable, not very far from, the hikes and, the drives where I want to drive to, right? So, yeah, so that's my plan. That's my plan for vacation. How about you guys? Are you guys having any plans for vacation, huh? I know it's tough. This year has been fucking like, what a fucking turmoil year. And this is the other fucking thing. I was actually texting my ex-colleagues, right? Because I use Twitter. Not that I used it often, but I have Twitter app. Once in a while, I'll go on Twitter. Not that I rant. I used to, but not any fucking anymore. It's not worth my time and effort. I would rather do something, more productive. But in any case, so I wake up and then I usually like listen to some news, check some news. And then usually I get these like emails, like not notification, but like just like fucking emails from like Twitter, and I saw like a Twitter from AOC, what's her name? Ocasio, Congressman Ocasio, right? And and she talks about like fucking TikTok and how these teenagers have actually like fucking crashed Trump's like what was that, Tulsa, Oklahoma, like fucking campaign. How these TikTok, teenagers on TikTok actually rocked your party, blah blah blah, used white supremacist mic and blah blah blah. I'm like, so I actually replied to her. I'm like, really? I mean, is this your fucking policy that you're talking? You're gonna like have a policy based on like what the teenagers are saying on TikTok? I mean, this is just imagine these are fucking policymakers, like these are fucking congressmen and women, right? And this is the fucking level of fucking like like fucking teenage bullshit that they have actually came down to, or they have come down to, And I'm like, are you sound like a fucking teenager yourself, who is cheering after winning some sort of a fucking cotton candy on fucking TikTok, right? And that's what she's, oh my fucking god, dude. As much as fucking far right is worse, again, without fucking repeating myself, but I guess I'm repeating myself, these fucking far leftists are the fucking worst. Are the fucking worst. You know what all they fucking do is they would have subpoenas and this and that and blah blah blah. But in terms of substance and action, nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. In any case, I don't want to fucking like waste my breath on fucking, ranting about that. But you get my point, right? That's the fucking level of policy makers we have now, As much as fucking Trump is a fucking like, he's a train wreck or whatever you call him, but these fucking far leftist politicians, they are the fucking worst. And it's going to hopefully not like this boiling. I think we are at a fucking boiling point, and hopefully this fucking boiling point, the water in the pot, hopefully it doesn't boil to a point where it basically just fucking like rips out the fucking lid and some fucking disaster happens, right? And the history repeats itself back to fucking 1920s, and then 1930s happens, and fucking what the fuck is? I don't want to fucking go there. So fuck that. And I presume you all are having a great Sunday, Father's Day, with your loved ones, with your family, and whatever the hell you guys are doing, right? Partying in Bushwick and all that. I don't think you guys are partying in Bushwick, by the way. So, the other thing. This might be one of the tops in my cheat sheet, but in any case, it's also time to get into our cheat sheet, right? It's already 37 minutes, everyone. But so let's start. Excuse me. My first topic in my cheat sheet with some other good news, right? So, so this is one of my topics. I guess I'm jumping to the second topic in my cheat sheet. I'm sorry, I apologize. That finally, after fucking 3 months, right? After fucking 3 months, my girlfriend was over last Tuesday, right? Was that Tuesday? Yeah, so that was fucking last Tuesday. So finally, because New Jersey opened the restaurants, allowed the restaurants to open with outdoor dining starting last Monday. So then I basically reserved a table at this French place, right? La Côte, here on Warren Street, and then I called them again just to make sure that the reservation was still in effect, just to make sure, because I realized that it's the second day of opening of restaurants, at least with outdoor seating. I thought there'd be a lot of people trying to get a table. So in any case, so my girlfriend came over, and then we went there, and then it was fucking like, after fucking 3 months, right? It felt like kind of normal that it felt like we were back to some sort of fucking normalcy, right? After 3 fucking months, right? After 3 fucking months, we were back to normalcy, right? Somehow, at least we could sit down and have a meal at a restaurant, right? So, no fucking masks, because you're sitting outside, and then servers, and so that was really nice. That felt like, that felt really nice. After fucking 3 months, like when this fucking thing happened back in March, if you guys remember when I was doing my podcast, I was so fucking depressed. I was getting depressed day by day and day by day, and it felt like somehow life had come back, or some sort of a soul had come back from some other dimension back into the skeleton of life. What the fuck am I saying? But you get my point, right? As long as you got my point, that's all it matters. Okay, so and the other thing, what I wanted to talk about was finally I'm going to get a fucking haircut. So New Jersey and the hair salons are opening June 22nd, which is tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So I got a reservation for a buzz cut haircut here on Marine Boulevard at the what is that place called? Because I got an email from them. Hold on a second. I got a confirmation from them. Refined Salon, right? Refined Salon. So for 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So finally, I'm gonna get a fucking haircut, and so somehow, yes. So basically now we're getting back to normal. Although in New York City, I think they're still like 2 weeks behind, maybe at least like a week behind, because they're getting into like phase 2 of opening tomorrow, I think. So the restaurants are opening outdoor dining tomorrow. So I think I'm going to text my office manager, because I know I haven't seen her in a while. So let me just text her and see. Let me see, restaurants. Restaurants are opening in NYC, outdoor dining, NYC, outdoor dining. Outdoor dining this week, so this week, let's see if we can meet for dinner this week. All right, so so New York City is at least like a week behind. Sorry, it's already 42 minutes. I don't want to go on and on about my podcast for the rest of the night, right? But my first official topic, everyone. NASA images from 4.3 billion miles away. So NASA's one of those telescopes, right? Sent images from a star system that's 4.3 billion miles away. So 4.3 billion miles is equivalent to, I was doing a calculation, looking up on Google actually. 1 billion mile is about 0.0007. So 3 zeros and 7. 0.0007 light years. So that's the measurement of distance. So I was looking at those images from the star system, and they were fucking amazing. This was an article I actually read on, I think CNN or one of those, right? So you guys can look it up. NASA actually, one of those telescopes took images from a star system which is 4.3 billion miles away. 4.3 billion miles away is still a lot of miles, a lot of fucking miles. In order to get there, I guess it will take us at least if it says 0.0007 times 4.3, if you do the math, without getting into algebra and all that, right, it will take us, with the speed of light, it will take us about 0.0008 year. Time 365 days. So I guess probably 21 days at least. 21 days. No, not 21 days. I'm sorry. Probably 2 hours. Sorry. Okay. I don't want to get into that calculation, but you get my point, right? If we go with the speed of light. So, but those images were very interesting, very neat. So far, we are alone, everyone. As far as we know, we haven't been contacted by any aliens, or we haven't been able to go and find other habitable planets or star systems, right? All right. My next topic: midweek night of boring movies, and then inside Llewyn Davis. Okay, so this is what the fuck happens, right? So midweek, which is like Tuesday, like my girlfriend was over, and then she went back after dinner, and we watched a movie or show, whatever it was, right, at my place, and then because she had to go back because of her dog, because she has a pet, and she has just moved into a new apartment, so she's setting that up. I guess this week I told her, hey baby, it's going to take you like at least like couple of weeks to settle down, with all the stuff you got to unpack and all that, right? Moving is a fucking pain in the ass, man. But in any case, so so I'm fucking bored the fucking hell out of my mind, right? And I can't go back to, not that I can't go back to sleep, but I can't sleep. It's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, right? And I can't find a good movie or a show to watch, right? Because I have exhausted all the fucking movies and all that, right? And I'm watching these couple of like fucking boring ass fucking movies, I'm just basically just fast forwarding them, on Amazon, Amazon Prime, or the fuck it is. I'm like bored the fuck out of my mind, and I can't fall asleep yet. And finally, I came across this movie, Inside Llewyn Davis. And it's a breakthrough movie with what's his name, Oscar Isaac. He's a great actor, as you all know from Star Wars. Oscar Isaac, Llewyn Davis, Inside Llewyn Davis, and that's a fucking great movie. Although I didn't like towards like the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it's fucking boring. But it's kind of a fucking comedic, movie about a not fork, sorry, but a folk musician, set in New York in the 60s. So that was interesting. So finally, I'm like, fuck, finally, I watched a movie that actually I really liked, and then I passed out, and then I passed the fuck out. So yeah, that was a fucking boring night. I'm bored the fuck out, and I can't fucking, find any fucking good shows or movies to watch, right? All right, everyone. So my next topic is shit. It's already 48 minutes. My next topic is oh, by the way, so I'm going to do a video. Did I say? Am I repeating myself? I'm going to do a video on this new. I did a video. I recorded the making of this computer rake, right? Computer stand. I'm going to upload it probably this week. If I said that already, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, my next topic: trains and how crowded they are. Okay, so apparently. Long Island Railroad, all you people out on Strong Island, Long Island, they have some sort of I think a button or some sort of a capability on their website, or I don't know. I don't go to Long Island, so I don't have their fucking app. But apparently they have provided some sort of a capability for the riders to know how crowded their trains are, because obviously you don't want to be in a fucking crowded train, right? So I was thinking to myself, okay, so Long Island Railroad can do that, but how about fucking subways in New York, right? You would never fucking know. First of all, there's no fucking like signal down at the subway platforms, right? Besides the fact that they are fucking like so fucking warm and like whatever the fuck it is right down there in summer, there's no way for you to know how crowded the next train is going to be. So I was thinking to myself, is that going to be even like a something that the MTA, which is the most inefficient organization or city agency to begin with, is going to have some sort of a capability like that for the subway riders? I don't think so. So how the fuck do you know how crowded the next train is, right? I have no fucking idea. I'm not going to take any fucking train or subways. I mean, I do take the path trains, but path trains are not that. Some once in a while, if I'm not driving, but path trains are not that crowded. But still, there are a lot of people who take subway because they have to go from point A to point B, right? Go from work to home, and businesses are open. I think more businesses are going to be open tomorrow, including restaurants. So that's a good news for them. But then, what the fuck is going to happen with the crowded trains, right? I have no fucking idea. All right, my next topic, everyone. My next and last topic. So finally, although I'm not watching anything tonight, because I was busy, listening to some podcasts, and I was having some dinner, and then here I am doing my podcast, right? YouTube TV. So all you soccer fans out there, right? What the hell's going on? Oh shit! Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong computer because I have the MacBook Air that I used to do my podcast, and then I have the other Surface that I use for work at home. So all you Premier League soccer fans out there, and so the English Premier League started June 17th. I was actually watching the match between fucking Manchester City and Arsenal. And it was a fucking battle. Oh my fucking god! But it was a battle in the beginning, but then Manchester City crushed Arsenal. They fucking crushed them with 3-0 goals, including one penalty. So the penalty was, and then there was a fucking red card. So basically, Arsenal was just like fucking scrambling to at least do one goal, and there was nada, no fucking goal they could do. So the Premier League I was watching on YouTube TV, but then, no fucking spectators, no crowds, so it was kind of weird, but you could still watch them. You can still watch them from home, right? If you are subscribed to YouTube TV, you can watch them. So that was a fucking great game. And then yesterday, I actually was watching I think yesterday there was another match, Manchester United and versus Tottenham. I think Tottenham. That was a fucking great match too. I think it was 1-1, and I think it was tied, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that one. But so soccer is back on, Premier League at least. The sports in US, hopefully soon. Basketball. Baseball, and then the NFL, right? I had no fucking idea. Slowly things are opening. So maybe, without the fucking crowds, but I guess I was listening to Adam Carolla on his podcast from like a couple of days ago. I think down in Texas, nobody gives a shit. There are crowds down there, and they were showing some sort of a match with the Dallas Cowboys, right? Is that what it was? All right, everyone. So that's it. That's my podcast for this weekend, and I presume again you all are going to have a great start of the week. I'm going to have a fucking busy week this week, right? As usual. So I'll speak to you all next weekend.